Stoic Sagas and Dharma Code, Ancient Keys to Unshakable Self-Belief. Chapter 1, The Caged Lion of Delphi. Long ago in the city of Delphi, a lion was captured by a king who wanted to use its roar to prove his power. The lion's body was broken, its spirit still free. A humble shepherd watched the beast, and instead of fighting, he offered the lion a quiet place where it could breathe and find peace. The lion regained its grace, and in return, the king was humbled by the unexpected lesson that true authority is earned through respect, not through force. The moral for today is that the greatest strength is born from calm steadiness rather than outward dominance. In business, when a project fails, resisting frustration only creates turbulence. By staying centered, like the shepherd offering space, the team can regroup, learn, and move forward with newfound resilience. How to apply now. Take a breath before reacting to a setback. Write down the aspects you can influence, your actions, your attitude, your preparation, and let the rest drift like wind in an open field. Conclusion. The lion's survival was less about its roar and more about its quiet resolve. We similarly must nurture our inner quiet to be unshakable. Like the lion's story, which moment will you let silence into when chaos surrounds you? Join us, like, share, and subscribe for more ancient wisdom reimagined for the modern world. Chapter 2, The Sandworm of Sivan. In the deserts of ancient India, the king of Sindhu heard that the sandworm beneath his palace threatened to swallow him whole. The king sent envoys to consult a wise sage in the hills. The sage spoke of the sandworm as a symbol of our inner anxieties. If we feed it with fear, it grows. If we leave it nourished with calm, it shrinks. He instructed the king to plant a small seed in the sand, not to fight the worm, but to cultivate a garden in the very place the worm lived. The insight is that the source of our doubt is not a monster external to us. It is a lack of nurture within. Just as the sandworm would grow if left unattended, our insecurities thrive if we never feed our self-belief with purpose and action. How to apply now. Identify one deep-seated doubt that holds you back. Choose a small, actionable step that builds confidence, like learning a new skill or giving a presentation. Each small step is a seed that transforms doubt into empowerment. Conclusion. The king's success was the result of understanding that true safety lies within the earth, not in guarding it alone. Reflect, when doubt swells, what one seed of action can you plant today? Like, share, subscribe, and let your inner garden grow. Chapter 3, A Fish in the Fortress. A Chinese emperor once held a fish in a dry stone courtyard, claiming it was a metaphor for people who remain trapped by circumstance. When a scholar visited the fortress, the fish swam freely in the stone trough while the emperor watched. The scholar replied that the fish did not need a pond, it simply accepted the space it had and used it fully. The emperor's frustration dissipated. He realized that adaptation, not escape, is the key to stability. For us, this parable reminds that no matter the obstacles, deadlines, market shifts, or internal doubts, we can choose to adapt, not to flee. How to apply now. When a challenge appears as a wall, step back and review its dimensions. What can you modify? Maybe shifting a deadline or redefining a KPI. Small adjustments will open new pathways that were invisible in the original view. Conclusion. The emperor learned that resilience is more a practice of fluidity than of rigid defense. Ask yourself, what wall do you need to transform into a path by embracing flexibility? Like, share, and subscribe to keep your strategy flowing. Chapter 4, The Golden Bird of Pompeii. In the ancient Roman city of Pompeii, a golden bird was famed not for its beauty, but for its insistence on singing every morning. Even on bad days, the bird persisted, never letting ash or ash-bearing clouds drown its song. After the city's tragic eruption, only the bird's melody survived in the ruins. This story illustrates that steadfast purpose is louder than external catastrophes. In our own pursuits, consistency in our core values outshines the noise of the market or the opinion of critics. How to apply now. Define your core mission, whether your brand's value proposition or personal passion, and schedule a daily ritual that reminds you of it. Even a 5-minute journal entry can anchor you during turbulent days. Conclusion. The golden bird's legacy was its unyielding commitment to its song, a reminder that persistence keeps us afloat no matter the flood. Reflect, what daily ritual will reinforce your most essential truth? Like, share, subscribe to keep the melody alive. Chapter 5, The Quiet Temple of Mother Teresa. Though not ancient in the traditional sense, Mother Teresa's quiet temple in Calcutta stood for 1,000 days of gentle listening, even as the city roared with demands. Her belief in human dignity was a quiet fire that drew people toward her rather than pushing them away. Her story teaches that self-belief is not loud, but a quiet certainty that guides our interactions. When we treat others with calm compassion, we reinforce our own sense of worth. How to apply now? Set aside a small window each day to truly listen to someone without planning your reply. That act of presence strengthens both your humility and your conviction that you are capable of making a difference. Conclusion. Mother Teresa's quiet temple reminds us that an inner reservoir of respect for oneself creates a resilient outer presence. Question to ponder: how can you cultivate more quiet presence to reinforce your self-belief? Like, share, and subscribe to continue this journey of quiet fortitude. Philosophy spotlights Stoicism, the ancient art of inner stability. Stoicism is a Greek philosophical tradition that teaches we cannot control the world around us, but we can control our responses. At its core, Stoicism urges us to live in harmony with nature, accept the present moment, and practice resilience through reason and self-discipline. One of its most famous advocates, Marcus Aurelius, kept a personal journal, now known as the Meditations, during the turmoil of war and disease. He wrote that the obstacle on the road becomes the road. Never forget that the world is a set of interwoven duties. This mindset allowed him to lead as an emperor and as a philosopher, turning adversity into opportunity. 3 lessons for modern success. 1. Control the controllable. In today's rapidly shifting market, many variables are beyond our influence. By focusing on what we can control, our effort, our learning, our integrity, we maintain a steadfast path regardless of external storms. 2. Reframe pain as growth. When a sale is lost or a partnership ends, Stoicism urges us to view the event as data rather than judgment. Each setback becomes a lesson. Analyze what could be improved, adapt your strategy, and move forward with clarity rather than grief. 3. Practice equanimity in daily life. Equanimity is the calm center that remains untouched by praise or blame. By cultivating this inner balance, through mindfulness exercises, journaling, or simple reflection, you reinforce your self-belief against the tides of comparison and doubt. These Stoic principles seamlessly align with the stories we have explored. Whether it is the shepherd calming the lion, the sandworm's garden, the fish's adaptability, the golden bird's persistence, or the quiet temple of Mother Teresa's compassion, each narrative embodies Stoic strengths: acceptance, focus on internal mastery, and resilience in the face of external forces. By integrating Stoicism into our routine, we build an unshakable self-belief that stands firm even amidst changing circumstances. Final reflection. Across time and culture, we find a universal pattern. The unflappable soul does not roar to silence the storm. It merely turns its inner compass toward steady purpose. Which of these ancient keys will you pick up first to reinforce your own unshakable self-belief? Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into ancient wisdom that fuels modern success.